Hi, in this video we're going to cover posting um, text and attaching files and posting everything to your class. If you recall back in course 1, I gave you an example of what all this work might look like in a class team, and that looked something like this. Well, I told you in that video that don't worry about how I did this, we'll cover that later. Well, guess what? It's later. So, what I can do is, in any of my channels, okay, now remember, if you set yours up like mine, students can't reply or post in the general channel, only in the Q&A channel. So, if you set yours up the same way, you might not want to pose a question in the general channel. You might want to pose that in the Q&A channel. Okay, but if I'm just doing a daily lesson or something of that sort, then here's how we'll do it. At the bottom of your Teams screen, you'll see Start a New Conversation. Okay, if I click on that, and if I click on the A down here, the Format button, this is where some good stuff is. Okay, so what that does is that makes you, gives you tools for, type it, like basic word functions like bolding your text and highlighting stuff, adding bullets, spacing, all that kind of thing. Okay, you can also link in here to text. So if you wanted to go to a certain website, you typed in click here for the website and you highlighted the word, you could link to that. Okay, and you can insert a horizontal rule, which is sometimes nice to break things up if you're doing a multiple step thing. Okay, and then this is just undo and redo. Okay, so if it's just going to be a post, then you can use this. Okay, one of the other possibilities you have is, instead of a post, a conversation, you could make it an announcement. Announcements are pretty neat, and that's what you saw in that prior video I spoke about a minute ago. So if I make an announcement, it kind of just gives me more appeal, and I can, in here, I can make the background a color scheme, or I can have an illustration. So I can pick anything they have. I can also choose my own. Okay, so I could make that one say, and then I can type over it. So we're gonna say, welcome to English 9. Okay, so this could be like the very first post you do, could be like a welcome thing that would always be at the top of the screen. It gives it kind of like a website feel in a way. Okay, and then you can add more stuff down here if you want. Okay, I'm going to delete this for right now. I wanted to show you how to do the announcement. Okay, the rest would just be text. So I'm going to delete that. Now I'm going to go back into the same spot, but this is just going to be a conversation. Okay, so what I can do is I can attach, before I even type anything, I'm going to attach some stuff. So if I click that little paper clip, it's going to give me options. Okay, so this can look at your OneDrive, it can look at all sorts of stuff, your recent files, anything. Oh, I'm in the recent tab. I'm going to cancel that. Go back to the attach, and this is where you can browse your teams and channels, your OneDrive, or upload from your computer. Okay, so I'm going to upload from my computer. I made a little folder here. Okay, and I could do this all at once. So I have a PowerPoint, and I have 2 Word documents. So I'm going to open those 3. And it's going to ask me, every time it'll ask you if you want to put it in the class materials, because remember, that's only read-only for students. And you'll see that there's the 3 files right there. Okay, so That's how I would do that. And then if you did your lesson plan template like we did there, you could just copy and paste that stuff into here. This is where you could type all your directions and that sort of thing. Okay, if you have multiple teams, and say maybe you teach multiple sections of the same class, you can post the same thing in multiple channels, which is right here, and that's kind of neat. So from there, you can choose what team and what channel, and just their check boxes to send the same message to multiple teams. Okay, so that was the attach. In here, just fun emojis and stuff. You could put one of those in there. Um, animated GIFs are fun. There you go. Protect your elders. Stay home. Okay, and then you can praise students as well. So you could send praise to certain people, like a badge and stuff. So that's kind of, I mean, maybe that's more younger, but at the same time, yeah. Okay, so that is how you post in a channel. Again, remember, there's new conversation and there's announcements.